and at 5 p.m., mostly sunny skies at 75. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just a bit here. Good morning, Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Tuesday morning and a jury reaches a verdict for a police officer charged with causing a fatal crash. It's a story we've been following closely.
There's been Pennsylvanians that have actually died because of the loophole that this bill closes.
Plus, lawmakers are set to improve gun safety in Pennsylvania, but will they do so before summer break? And the temperatures may be rising, but the gas prices are not.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Tuesday today. I'm Elena LaQuatra.
And I'm meteorologist Dan Rupp. I'm filling in for Tom DeVecchio this week. And good news. Gas prices are going down.
It's about time.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, paying $50 for a tank of gas, I was like, come on, go down. So
yeah,
it's only about 3 cents, but it's still in the right direction at least, and hopefully that trend will continue.
Yeah, let's bring that down.
Absolutely. Nice. We are beginning with some continuing coverage this morning. Police in Erie are looking for answers in a shooting incident, but they're not getting much from the victim. The shooting was reported around 4:15 Monday afternoon in the 100 block of East 23rd Street. The victim is identified only as 28-year-old Mill Creek Township man. According to Erie police, he said he was there to, quote, buy weed from the weed guy. When he was approached by two men, the victim was shot in the leg and taken to the hospital from the scene. Police say the victim is not cooperating with the investigation. After a plea deal, multiple sentencing postponements, and a retraction of the guilty plea, Cheryl Fry is found guilty of homicide by DUI. She was charged with driving drunk, causing a 3-car collision and killing 57-year-old Wade Schultze. The crash happened on Route 99 in McCain Township in February of 2017. Fry's attorney told the jury she isn't responsible for the crash, calling it a targeted investigation. But the jury took the side of the prosecution. The assistant district attorney saying all evidence points at Fry as the culprit.
BAC is not just a number, it's a certain amount of drinking, it's a certain type of behavior, of balance, of decision making, and certainly that was the relevance that the jury could see that she was in no condition to drive at the moment that she chose to drive and ended up killing Wade Schultze.
Fry will now be sentenced on multiple charges on August 1st. In the meantime, testimony begins for the trial of Jalen Reynolds and Taisha Santiago. They are charged with the shooting death of 28-year-old David Tate Jr., the crime happening in the 1300 block of East 20th Street in June of last year. Testimony is expected to continue this morning. Trial is scheduled to begin this morning for Nathan Taylor. Investigators say Taylor beat his son to death. The incident happened in February of 2016. The baby suffered major head injuries and later died from blunt force trauma. Taylor originally faced homicide charges, but they were dropped for evidentiary reasons. He's now going to trial for aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child. And testimony began for the trial of DeAndre Tate. Investigators say he fired 7 shots at 2 Erie police officers in January of 2017. The incident started at East 6th and Ash Streets when police attempted to stop a vehicle for a stop sign violation. The driver took off before pulling into the parking lot of the Soldiers and Sailors home. He allegedly jumped out of his car and ran while firing at police. Tate is charged with the assault of law enforcement officer and attempted homicide. Akeem Nixon is expected to enter a plea today. He's accused of pouring scalding water on a mentally disabled man, burning him. The incident allegedly happened at Lakeshore Community Services residential home on West 7th Street last June. Nixon's plea is expected at 8:45 this morning in front of Judge John Garhart. Now to some news out of Crawford County. Traffic investigators are working on what led to a fatal ATV accident on Sunday. It happened on Buell's Corner Road near the intersection of Fink Road in Spartansburg. Police believe that an SUV turning left on Fink Road crossed into the path of the all-terrain vehicle. 32-year-old Richard L. Slager was killed in the wreck. A 78-year-old woman was driving the SUV. She's not been identified by police yet. There's also no word on charges. One person is airlifted to the hospital after a Monday morning crash. The two-vehicle crash happened around 7:45 a.m. This at the intersection of Route 6N and Plank Road in Edinburgh. Both vehicles sustained heavy damage. One person was airlifted to an Erie hospital. State police are continuing to investigate. Earlier this year, a number of hearings were held at the state capitol on ways to improve gun safety in Pennsylvania. And with only a couple weeks left before lawmakers leave for the summer, there's now a last-minute push to turn these ideas into laws. Matt Heckel reports.
There's been Pennsylvanians that have actually died because of the loophole that this bill closes. So we're hoping that it passes as soon as possible.
Mary Beth Christensen was one of 20 members of the group Moms Demand Action at the state capitol Monday, meeting with members of the House Judiciary Committee, urging them to pass House Bill 2060. The bipartisan bill would give those found guilty of domestic abuse 48 hours to give up all firearms in their possession. It's similar to a bill that unanimously passed the Senate in March and one of several potential laws discussed in a series of hearings by the House Judiciary Committee earlier this spring, now being considered.
Along with a package of other great gun safety bills, background check bill, red flag bill.
And with just 2 weeks to go before lawmakers go home for the summer, Moms Demand Action is making a last-minute push for House Bill 2060, giving committee members a list of 78 reasons they should pass the bill, representing the 78 Pennsylvanians murdered by guns in domestic violence situations last year.
And it really speaks volumes for how invasive and pervasive domestic violence is. It affects everyone. It can happen anywhere. It does happen everywhere.
In Harrisburg, Matt Heckel, Jet 24 Action News.
The House Judiciary Committee will vote on that bill later this morning. A popular former governor of Pennsylvania revealing shocking health news. Former Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell announced that he has been living with Parkinson's disease. The 74-year-old noted that he started showing slight tremors 3.5 years ago and sought treatment. He also said that his symptoms have been stabilized through aggressive treatment. Governor Tom Wolf in a statement said, Pennsylvania has seen a few leaders as tough as Ed, and we have full confidence that neither has Parkinson's disease. Ed should know that the entire Commonwealth is standing behind him and hoping for the continued success of his treatment and therapy. The Erie School Board meeting is tonight, and the district's strategic plan is expected to be a main topic. Its coverage in your schools. Officials say one of the goals of the strategic plan is having all of the schools in the Erie School District teaching the same way. Appearing on Jet 24 Action News at 5:30, the school board president said another goal is tightening up financials.
I believe we have righted the financial ship, but moving forward, we have to be smart. Because of the 5-year projections, it starts going backwards, back down. So a lot of our losses are because we're losing kids to charter school. So
the board will vote on the final strategic plan at tonight's meeting. Now to a story affecting your health. UPMC Hampton becomes the first hospital in the country to use a new robotic technology for the early detection of lung cancer. According to UPMC Hampton Comprehensive Lung Center, the Auris Health's Monarch platform will improve the process of seeing inside the lungs and collecting tissue samples. Lung cancer claims more lives than any other cancer.
Also building in computerized navigation and the ability to use very microscopic tools through this in order to try to diagnose and get biopsies without making any incisions at the earliest possible stage we can.
The Auris Health's Monarch platform was used for its first patients in Erie last week. Now, it will cost you even less to fill up your gas tank this week. The national average has moved lower, falling nearly 3 cents to about $2.88 per gallon. But will it stay that way? According to Gas Buddy, we could see dropping prices up until early July when hurricane season starts. That could cause some fluctuations at the pump. The time now is 5:09. Are you in the market for a new home? Coming up on Good Morning Erie, for many first-time homeowners, coming up with the money for the down payment can be the most difficult part of the process, but it doesn't have to be.
From your news leader, you're watching Tracy Tugo, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Tacomas are designed for dependable off-road performance, with many models to pick from and driving modes to handle all terrain. Buy a Tacoma now and get 0% APR financing, or take $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Built for the endless weekend. Tacoma. go places.
Confused? That's how many people feel after they're hurt in an accident. What should you tell the insurance company? What should you sign? Let us handle the hassles and paperwork so you can focus on getting better. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
We needed some quality family time. Then it hit us, a Seawolves game. It was fun right off the bat. We found our seats, made a short stop at the concession stand, and cheered on our Erie Seawolves. We had a ball.
So get your Erie Seawolves tickets at seawolves.com today.
We got married, and I said, you need new windows. In and out in one day, 22 windows.
I noticed the benefit afterwards in the heating bills and the cooling bills.
Window World, simply the best for life.
Angry? That's how many people feel after they're hurt in an accident. Don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Remember, the insurance company is not your friend. We can protect your rights. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Dan Rupp.
Hey, good morning. I'm filling in for Tom DeVecchio, and quite the active night last night. I mean, it was pretty busy. I was working some extra hours, so I'm trying to stay together here. We're going to do it. We're going to get through this morning show. But here's a look out here at the Edinboro University Skycam at 68 degrees, and still pretty humid out there. I mean, those dew points are still in the 60s in some spots, and if you were looking at the storms yesterday, you probably saw something like this. This was from Don Giuliano, and this is actually a shelf cloud. This pretty much indicates where that cold outflow from the thunderstorms, the leading edge of it is. Basically, there's cold air forcing some air up in front of it, and it creates this cloud right here. So awesome shot from Don with that shelf cloud. Storm tracker here showing the showers. Pretty much it's calming down here. A lot of this is continuing to track towards the south and east, and we're looking at mainly a dry day today. So once those move out, we look just fine. 67 degrees in Erie right now, 68 in Bradford, 72 in Franklin. Your dew points right now are in the 60s still, but we will get some relief with this as we get the northerly winds here, and that will make us more comfortable. You can see the winds have shifted. The front is now moving down towards the south. Last 24 hours, we actually picked up a good amount of rain, about an inch for Erie, 3/4 of an inch in Meadville, Bradford, about a ½ inch over there. And there you go. There's the front moving down towards the south, so we'll have a high pressure move in and give us a mainly dry day. Futurecast shows all that rain moving down towards the south, and the winds from the north, you see the blue arrows there indicating some cooler air moving in. It's still going to be pretty warm. I think we'll be around seasonable. You can see our high temperatures today around 75 degrees, 78 for the inland areas and mountains, 77. So looking at the morning showers you see on the radar right now, and then we'll have some sun. We'll have the clouds start to break apart. Winds northeast 10 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles per hour. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. We have a chance of rain there on Wednesday at 74. Thursday, first day of summer, 77, starts at 6:07 a.m. And Friday, we got mostly cloudy skies at 81 degrees. Showers and storms will be likely on Saturday, so if you have outdoor plans, just be aware that. Sunday, possible showers at 77. Monday, mostly sunny at 76 degrees. You can find all of that in our Skycams on yourerie.com.
It's time now to show you the results for daily yourerie.com poll question. We asked you, where do you prefer to fish in the Erie region?
30% said out on Lake Erie, 26% said I stick to local streams, 26% anywhere I can, and 18% said the bay and lake, I stay on shore.
Monster trucks invade our region this weekend. Even better, you could check it out for free.
This morning we're giving away tickets to the All-Star Monster Truck Tour at Lake Erie Speedway. It happens this Friday and Saturday.
All you have to do is go to our Facebook page and check out our free Ticket Tuesday post. Like us, share it, and tell us what you love most about monster trucks.
Before the end of the show today, we'll announce the lucky winner.
Very cool. All right, are you in the market for a new home, but you don't have the cash for a hefty down payment? Well, not to worry.
Mary Maloney has a closer look at free cash up for grabs in today's Consumer Watch.
Buying a home can seem out of reach, but the days of putting down at least 20% of the price of a home are over.
If you're thinking you still do, you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Real estate experts say there are many options to put down much less or even nothing at all. Here are some options to consider. Try a FHA loan through the Federal Housing Administration. It requires less money down and lighter credit history requirements.
These loans apply all over the country. So my advice to you would be to talk to a real estate agent and ask them if they're aware of any of these low or no down payment programs.
If you're a veteran, take advantage of VA loans, which require no money down.
If you've ever been in the military and you're renting, I highly suggest you contact a real estate agent or a lender or both and find out what your situation is, what you can buy a house for in your area.
Experts also recommend checking down payment assistance options available statewide, like housing grants.
This client in particular that I worked with, she bought a house for $300,000 and she got 5% back, which means she got a grant of money she did not have to pay back for $15,000.
There are also conventional low down payments insured by the federal government.
So I really want to encourage you, if you would like to own a home, to go find out what it would take to get there and put a plan in place to put yourself in a position where you can.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
It's time now for another Social 24.
Today, a popular dog wins an award worthy of a Scooby snack and jumping for joy while moving the earth.
Plus, a floating world record hits the water in China. This is the world's longest wooden dragon boat, being rowed by more than 200 women. That's a lot of teamwork there. It was in celebration of the Dragon Boat Festival. It's the tradition in China. They wore traditional costumes and ornaments while controlling the dragon boat. The boat is more than 255 feet long. It was certified as the world's longest of its kind by the Guinness Book of World Records in 2016. Wow.
Impressive. The effects of a game-winning goal in the world has gone viral. The Institute for Geological and Atmospherical Investigations tweeted seismographic readings highlighting activity at the time. The possible cause? Well, celebratory massive jumps when the Mexico national team made what would be the decisive goal against Germany. The post got more than 27,000 retweets. However, neither the U.S. Geological Survey or Mexico's National Seismological Service reported any earthquake in Mexico City. Wow.
That would be pretty cool. Can you imagine?
That is pretty wild.
That's quite the celebration there.
Yeah, it is.
And no surprise here, Scooby-Doo is top dog. The cartoon character is named America's favorite on-screen pet ever. That's according to a study by OnePoll in conjunction with WAGS. Scooby first began gracing our television screens nearly 50 years ago in 1969. He's become so popular, he even beat out other favorites like Snoopy. The study questioned 2,000 people about our deep love of our pets. Toto, Lassie, and Beethoven also made the top 10.
Finally, these aren't your ordinary sand sculptures. These creations in New Hampshire are a cut above the rest, fit for an international competition that drew contestants from the U.S. and Canada. It's called the Hampton Beach Master Sand Sculpting Classic. The massive works of art created by 10 master sculptors, 5 from the U.S. and 5 from Canada. After carefully reviewing all the sculptures, judges crowned Abe Waterman as the winner. Sunday marked the competitor's 18th year.
That's some talent right there.
That is some talent. Look at that. And we have something like that at Presque Isle, I think, where they do some sand sculptures.
Yeah.
So,
that's truly remarkable.
That's really cool, yeah.
Certainly doesn't stand up to my days as a kid, making like those ones out of the little plastic buckets.
Yeah.
Tip them over and it's
I would just dig a hole in the sand and jump in it and call it a day.
There's my sand castle. We have a long way to go before we get there.
Yeah, true. Hey, we're at the time. It's early, 5:19 a.m. We have another look at your weather coming up.
And we'll be right back with some more news.
At Bonnell's, we truly believe that you deserve the very best. That's our commitment to you every day in everything that we do.
At Bonnell's Auto Glass, you'll always get our very best. From free estimates to our highly trained and certified technicians to on-site chip repair to auto glass replacement and professional tinting. Make Bonnell's your first call on all your auto glass needs.
You deserve the very best. Bonnell's Auto Group.
Jet 24 and Country Fair want to fuel your obsession for cuteness. Feature your baby, your fur baby. Mondays on Good Morning Erie. Log on to YourErie.com contest page. and submit a photo of your pet for a chance to be featured as the cutest pet of the week. All this cuteness is brought to you by Country Fair, providing clean, top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline.
So we're going to be talking about cars today.
Cool.
If you were building the perfect car, which 3 features here would you choose?
I want a reliable car.
Safety. Got to think about the babies.
Fuel efficiency.
All in one car, right? Could you do that?
Actually, you can.
Whoa!
This is the Chevy Malibu.
Wow, that's nice.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Malibu for around $199 a month, or get $2,000 cash allowance on most Malibu models when you purchase. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
Steel, the power you need from the name you trust. Right now, pick your power, fuel or battery. Pick one of our easy-to-use battery-powered trimmers, or our hard-working fuel-powered trimmers. Your nearby Steel dealer can help you decide what's right for you. Visit SteelDealers.com.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Dan Rupp.
Hey, good morning. Filling in for Tom DeVecchio as we look outside here at Emory University. Temperature right now 67 degrees, and we have winds east around 7 to 10 miles per hour. I think it's still raining there as well, but a lot of you may have seen this. This is actually a picture from Don Giuliano from the severe storms yesterday. Actually ended up being severe in Warren, caused some trees to come down, but this is a shelf cloud. You can clearly see that where the outflow from the thunderstorms lift the air and actually form that cloud that you see there. So thanks, Don, for that awesome picture. Storm tracker showing the showers moving towards the southeast. So I think once these get out of here, we're going to be mainly dry for the day, so it doesn't look too bad for us on Tuesday. 73 Youngstown, 67 in Erie, 70 in Warren and Bradford at 68. Here's your dew points. Still muggy out there, but I'm expecting some improvement as the drier air from the north starts to move in with those northerly winds. But certainly this morning still feels on the muggy side. There's your winds right there, about 8 to 10 miles per hour. The cold front is actually right about here, so that's where you see that wind shift. Last 24 hours picked up a good amount of some rain. You probably saw, if you're driving out last night, probably some localized flooding in the area, but ½ inch in Bradford, just about 3/4 of an inch in Meadville, picked up 1.05 inches in Erie. There's your front that's going to move down towards the south. High pressure will be moving in, and that will give us lots of sunshine for us today. Here's a look at the future cast. So this is the morning right now. The showers that you saw on the radar, that will be moving down towards the south, and then you start to see the clouds break apart, and we see a lot more sunshine for us. So for today, 75 degrees lakeshore, 78 inland, and 77 for the mountains. So cooler compared to yesterday, that is for sure. Some morning showers possible, then some sun. And winds about gusting up to 20 miles per hour along the lakeshore. Here's your 7-day forecast. Chance there on Wednesday, first day of summer. Thursday, mostly sunny skies at 77, then increasing clouds on Friday. Saturday, looks like we're going to see some showers and storms at 79. All right, catch that on yourerie.com. We'll send it to you, Elena.
Thank you, Dan. Lots of high temperatures there, and those high temperatures are a big part of the summer fun, but it should get people thinking about safety. Saida Abbas has a report.
Summer is a great time to make memories. With all the fun, it's also important to stay alert. Studies show that on average, every 10 days, a child or pet dies from a heat stroke in a parked vehicle.
Closed cars are no place for children. That's the #1 thing. You want to make sure kids don't have access to a car, even to play with. Put your key fobs up high so kids can't find them.
It's imperative to keep kids and pets hydrated throughout the day.
If you put your hands on the pavement for at least 5 seconds and feel uncomfortable, that means it's way too hot to take your pets outside.
Nicole Baywall, executive director at the Humane Society, suggests applying paw protective wax under your pet's feet for a short walk. They can also wear cooling packs while playing outside.
We're doing exactly what we're here for. This is our mission. We advocate for education and awareness for pet safety. So it's huge because I feel like we're leading the cause and we're really seeking justice for animals and ensuring that people are being educated.
By law, if you see an animal trapped in a car on a hot day, try to find the owner or call 911.
Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
Let's turn to some good news now. It's time to get your sail on. It's not just the first day, but also the first ever Tall Ship Summer Camp at Erie's Maritime Museum. The workshop is aimed for kids ages 10 to 14. It's a week-long event that teaches kids water safety, maritime activities, including making their own canvas backpack. The best part is they get to sail each day on the Letty G. Howard.
And here we are, able to offer an experience similar to that to kids ages 10 to 14. Like, what a great memory that they can gain from sailing the ship around Presque Isle Bay.
Each class has about 8 to 24 kids. The 2018 Blues and Jazz Festival lineup will be back in August, and now we know who will be performing. The festival will return to Frontier Park on August 3rd to 5th. It aims to highlight and motivate local Erie artists and vendors. There will be workshops, opera, and dance performances. This year, the 3-day festival will include new food trucks and arts catered for kids.
An anchor weekend for a lot of people. They plan their summers around it, and people do reunions, family reunions, class reunions, and everything at the festival. They look forward to it. We have been blessed with the weather.
Organizers say the Erie Blues and Jazz Festival attracts more than 20,000 visitors. You can log on to yourerie.com and be sure to check out our Twitter and Facebook pages to get a closer look at that lineup. Now, Uber is experimenting with a feature that gives users cheaper rides, but there is a catch. Plus, electric planes are coming to Norway. Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, waiting for better Uber fares.
The company's testing a feature for its app that allows you to wait a little longer for your ride and get a reduced fare. The app tells you how much you'd save by waiting. So far, the feature is only available to Uber employees on the West Coast. The World Health Organization now says compulsive video game playing qualifies as a mental health condition.
What doctors are officially calling gaming disorder will be in the new edition of the International Classification of Diseases. And the future of green aviation.
The 100% electric-powered two-seater was just test flown in Norway. Aviation officials say passenger flights in electric planes could start in just 7 years. Boeing and Airbus are also developing electric planes.
7 years?
It's not that far away.
Okay, not bad. The future's now, then.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, sponsored by Geico.
So, what's new?
We just switched to Geico and got more.
More?
They've been saving folks money for over 75 years.
A company you can trust.
Geico even helped us with homeowners insurance.
More sounds great.
Gotta love more! Right, honey? Yeah!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
It's that time in the 2018 season fueled by Quick Fill to raise a glass for the Midsummer Wine Festival at Lake Erie Speedway. Saturday, July 14th, enjoy live music, food and craft vendors, a car show, and wine from the best wineries in Pennsylvania. Tickets are $20 day of or $15 in advance at Northwest Bank and include admission, sampling for those 21 and older, and a commemorative glass. The Midsummer Wine Festival at Lake Erie Speedway, Saturday, July 14th. Sponsored by Jet 24, Fox 66, and YourErie.com.
Darlie Routier murdered her own children.
It's the must-see docuseries you shouldn't miss.
The idea that I would murder my children is just ridiculous.
The Last Defense, new Tuesday, 10/9 Central on ABC. From Jet 24, your weather authority. This is your forecast first.
Hey, still got some clouds in the region and some rain showers moving down towards the southeast. This is pretty much left over from what we've had yesterday. Conneaut Lake, we have some clouds and the wet roadways, getting some rain over there. Storm tracker, there you go. There's the showers moving out of the area. So pretty soon we'll be drying up. Current conditions at the airport, 67 degrees. Forecast first, 68 at 7 a.m. with some rain possible. Then we're looking at some sunshine and temperatures in the 70s. Your forecast coming up in a bit. Good Morning Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Tuesday morning and a man is recovering, but reportedly not helping after gunfire breaks out on an Erie street. Plus, the Erie School Board is expected to meet tonight and discuss the future of the district's strategic plan. And your wallet will be a little bit happier if you have to fill up your gas tank this week.
Live in high definition from your news leader. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Hey Erie, good morning. It is Tuesday and I'm Elena LaQuatra.
And I'm meteorologist Dan Rupp. I'm in for Tom DeVecchio, and hey, it's good news. The gas prices are finally going down.
They certainly are. Finally, no more $50, $60 fill-ups at the pump. Now, it's only about 3 cents, but it's still in the right direction at least. And
is it going to keep trending that way, maybe?
Maybe.
We'll see, hopefully.
We'll tell you in just a bit, but we are beginning with some continuing coverage this morning. An investigation is underway after a man is shot in the city of Erie. The shooting was reported around 4:15 Monday afternoon in the 100 block of East 23rd Street. The victim is identified only as a 28-year-old Mill Creek Township man. According to Erie police, he said he was there to, quote, buy weed from the weed guy when he was approached by 2 men. The victim was shot in the leg and taken to the hospital from the scene. Police say the victim is not cooperating with the investigation. And a suspended Erie police officer could face several years behind bars for driving while under the influence and killing another driver. Jackie Roberts reports.
Cheryl Fry walks out of the Erie County Courthouse with her attorney, minutes after the judge reads guilty for each offense. She's charged with driving drunk, causing a 3-car collision, and killing 57-year-old Wade Schultze. The crash happened on Route 99 in McCain Township in February of 2017.
The evidence pointed to one lead cause, and that was Cheryl Fry and the way she was driving.
But Fry's attorney told the jury she isn't responsible for the crash, calling it a targeted investigation. Her attorney had no comment after the verdict, but in closing arguments he told the jury, quote, he survived the first accident, it was the second accident that killed him. But the jury took the side of the prosecution. The assistant district attorney saying there's a mountain of evidence to prove she's guilty. The jury was able to watch the bulk of that fatal evening unfold with surveillance video from inside both bars and from the parking lots.
The jury could see that she was in no condition to drive at the moment that she chose to drive and ended up killing Wade Schultze.
Although all 3 drivers involved in the crash were legally drunk at the time, Fry was nearly 3 times over the legal limit at 0.232%. She also had up to 5 substances in her system. She'll be sentenced on multiple charges, including homicide by DUI and involuntary manslaughter. Jackie Roberts, Jet 24 Action News.
Fry is scheduled to be sentenced on August 1st. In the meantime, testimony begins for the trial of Jalen Reynolds and Taisha Santiago. They're charged with the shooting death of 28-year-old David Tate Jr. The crime happening in the 1300 block of East 20th Street in June of last year. Testimony is expected to continue this morning. Trial is scheduled to begin this morning for Nathan Taylor. Investigators say Taylor beat his son to death. The incident happened in February of 2016. The baby suffered major head injuries and later died from blunt force trauma. Taylor originally faced homicide charges, but they were later dropped for evidentiary reasons. He's now going to trial for aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child. Akeem Nixon is expected to enter a plea today. He's accused of pouring scalding water on a mentally disabled man and burning him. The accident happened at Lakeshore Community Services residential home on West 7th Street last June. Nixon's plea is expected at 8:45 this morning in front of Judge John Garhart. And testimony began for the trial of DeAndre Tate. Investigators say he fired 7 shots at 2 Erie police officers in January of 2017. The incident started at East 6th and Ash Streets when police attempted to stop a vehicle for a stop sign violation. The driver took off before pulling into a parking lot of the Soldiers and Sailors home. He allegedly jumped out of his car and ran while firing at police. Tate is charged with assault of a law enforcement officer and attempted homicide. A planned guilty plea for the Edinburgh doctor who went to President Trump's hotel with guns and ammunition last year has now been called off. 44-year-old Brian Moles was going to enter that plea in federal court in Washington, D.C., but some late questions over the plea deal led the judge to postpone the hearing. Now to some news out of Crawford County. A violent crash involving an SUV is airlifted to the hospital after a Monday morning crash. The 2-vehicle crash happened around 7:45 a.m. at the intersection of Route 6N and Plank Road in Edinburgh. Both vehicles sustained heavy damage. One person was airlifted to an Erie hospital. State police continue to investigate. Vendors and event coordinators all over Erie County are concerned about changes to the health department's application process. Tara Braddock explains.
The way vendors apply and pay for their health licenses is changing.
Well, before we used to have the coordinators submit applications to us, but we often received them late or the day of the event without any advance notice, and we weren't able to prepare the right amount of staff.
Karen Tobin says the new process requires coordinators to submit all of the vendors' applications and payments 7 days in advance.
Of all the coordinators who have submitted their applications so far, it's been helping things run so much more smoothly, but some still had questions.
The Erie County Health Department held a meeting at the Blasco Library Monday night to help inform vendors and coordinators about the new application process.
Because I know my fairs and my festivals are struggling with this new process, and I wanted to explain that normally this responsibility falls on the vendor.
Kathy Ross was at Monday night's meeting, and she says she is concerned about the rising application fees.
It's unfortunate, and as another coordinator said, it may knock some of her not-for-profits from doing an event because the cost of the health license is too much.
The fees for a temporary license start at $40 for 1 to 2 days, $80 for 3 to 7 days, and $140 for up to 2 weeks.
And I think this overall will elevate the level of vendors in Erie, and safety will be even better.
Tara Braddock, Jet 24 Action News.
A former governor of Pennsylvania announces some shocking news concerning his health. Former Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell announced that he has been living with Parkinson's disease. The 74-year-old noted that he started showing slight tremors 3.5 years ago and sought treatment. He also said that his symptoms have been stabilized through aggressive treatment. Governor Tom Wolf, in a statement, said, "Pennsylvania has seen few leaders as tough as Ed, and we have full confidence that neither has Parkinson's disease. Ed should know that the entire Commonwealth is standing behind him and hoping for the continued success of his treatment and therapy." The Erie School Board is scheduled to meet tonight and potentially discuss the district's strategic plan, its coverage in your schools. Officials say one of the goals of the strategic plan is having all of the schools in the Erie School District teaching the same way. Appearing on Jet 24 Action News at 5:30, the school board president said another goal is tightening up financials.
I believe we have righted the financial ship, but moving forward, we have to be smart. Because of the 5-year projections, it starts going backwards, back down. So a lot of our losses are because we're losing kids to charter school. So
the board will vote on the final strategic plan at tonight's meeting. A World War II vet finally receives his high school diploma. Thomas Russell Beam left for the Armed Forces after a football championship at Albion High School. When he returned from his leave, he never received his diploma. Beam's family petitioned to have their father receive a posthumous diploma. The family is very grateful that the wait is finally over.
Learn to appreciate what people give up and how families wait and how loved they are and how important families are and how you never ever give up. And
the family feels grateful their father finally received something he worked very hard for. Your wallet's going to be feeling some relief. Gas prices are still going in the right direction for drivers, and that is down. The national average has moved lower, falling nearly 3 cents to about $2.88 per gallon. But will it stay that way? According to Gas Buddy, we could see dropping prices up until early July when hurricane season starts. That could cause some fluctuations at the pump. And today's poll question is, will falling gas prices change your driving habits? That question will be posted all day long. Just head to yourerie.com and vote, then be sure you tune in tomorrow to see how your answer compares with everyone else. The time now is 5:40, and high school meets high stress coming up on Good Morning Erie. High school is a time for having fun and making memories, but for some, there's a lot of stress as students prepare for the next step.
From your news leader, you're watching Tracy Tuggle, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie. Children's educational programming reports for WJET are available at fcc.gov. A link to the online public file can be found on yourerie.com.
You can barely see it, but in this man's ear is life-changing technology from Erickson Hearing Center that allows him to hear again. And now so can you. Erickson Hearing Center needs your help in a new study to evaluate patient satisfaction with the latest Oticon hearing devices. To participate, you must be over 18 years of age, have hearing loss, and be less than 100% satisfied with your current hearing devices. Participants will be eligible to purchase their trial technology at a significant discount. Space is limited. Call Erickson today.
Watch Melinda's Garden Moment every Friday in Action News Good Morning Erie and in Action News at noon. Brought to you by Scotland Yard's Greenhouse and Nursery, just off I-79 on Fry Road in Edinburgh.
For 50 years, Value has helped you build, store, design, grow, upgrade, paint, learn, one project at a time. Ready-to-use Ortho Home Defense Insect Killer is a low $6.97. Save $3. Super Deck Self-Priming Solid Color Deck Stain is only $24.99 after rebate. Save $13. 50 years of DIY, one project at a time.
Log on to YourErie.com every weekday to tell us what you think, and then see the results on the web and Good Morning Erie the next morning. Brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
I'm Dr. Tom Blasco for the Physicians of the Erie County Medical Society. Colon cancer is the third most common cancer in the United States today. An estimated 97,000 new cases of colon cancer will be diagnosed this year. Increased risk of colon cancer is associated with diets high in red meat and animal fat and low in fruits, vegetables, and fiber. Learn about colon cancer. Visit us at ErieCountyMedicalSociety.org.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Alfa Romeo and Fiat.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Get an all-wheel drive Alfa Romeo Giulia or Stelvio. Your choice. 0 down. Only $349 a month.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Dan Rupp.
Hello, welcome back. Looks like most of the shower activity is starting to end. We'll check out that radar in a bit, but first, here's a look at the airport. Jamestown Mattress Cam, you can see the pretty wet roadways, but doesn't appear to be raining anymore over here. Certainly still lots of cloud cover out there, but those will be breaking apart once we get some more stable air moving into the area. You might have seen this yesterday evening when we had the storms move through. This is from Don Giuliano, but you can see this is actually a shelf cloud, and a lot of people are sending a picture of this to us. And this pretty much shows the cold outflow winds from the thunderstorm actually forces the air up and creates this cloud in front of it. So if you ever see these, you know this is the leading edge of that very cool air you feel from the thunderstorms. And sometimes these can be damaging. These could cause damage, which has happened in Warren. And actually some trees were down, also some damage to some roofs in Pittsfield from some storms earlier in the day. But most of the activity has calmed down here. Looks like most of the showers are moving out. You can see some showers here in southern Warren County, also southern Crawford County. But pretty much everything's moving towards the south and east, and we're going to be mainly dry for this Tuesday. Right now, weather watcher temperatures: Lake City at 69 degrees, 66 at Penn State Barron, Judy and Summit reporting 69, Becky and French Creek at 67, and then we have Venango at 67. He said he reported over an inch of rain there. Conneaut Lake 71, Enbro, Worry at 68 degrees, and we have Gary and Saybrook at 68. He reported some trees down as well from yesterday's storm. So really a pretty big area in Warren County we're experiencing these gusty thunderstorms that brought down some power lines and trees. But dew points right now, we're still on the muggy side. We will improve with these later on, but you see the winds are from the north at the moment at 10 to 15. Lots of rain in the last 24 hours, Erie over an inch, but your cold front there is going to continue drifting down towards the south. Futurecast showing the showers and storms will continue moving off towards the south and east, and the clouds will start to break apart. For today, 68 for the water temperature with diminishing clouds, waves about 1 to 3 feet, and your high temperatures in the 70s with some morning showers possible, then some sun and cooler. 7-day forecast here. Thursday, first day of summer at 77. Then we warm up to 81 on Friday. Saturday looks like some showers and storms. You can find that forecast and all of our sky cams, of course, on yourerie.com.
And Free Ticket Tuesday is back for another week, and this time there's a lot of destruction to enjoy.
This morning we're giving away tickets to the All-Star Monster Truck Tour at Lake Erie Speedway. It happens this Friday and Saturday.
It sure does. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page and check out our Free Ticket Tuesday post. Like us, share it, and tell us what you love most about monster trucks.
Before the end of the show today, we'll announce the lucky winner.
Before students ever set foot on a college campus, many have been preparing for years to get there.
As the work peaks by high school's junior year for some, so does the stress.
That's true. It's coverage affecting your family. Researchers surveyed students in private high schools and found that half of the students felt chronically stressed. For these students, getting into a college wasn't the challenge, it was which one.
You have to decide, well, do I like the SAT or do I like the ACT, and which one I like better? And then you're taking prep courses, but you're also trying to keep up with like the million jillion classes you're taking.
With that comes the high cost of college and the stress level of actually being smart enough or having a good enough resume to get into those higher up institutions.
They also found that while most students found healthy ways to relieve stress, like spending time with friends or exercising, others were turning to alcohol or drugs.
Because they felt as if they were taking on adult responsibilities, they deserve to cope like adults.
I feel pretty good about it.
Researchers say chronic stress isn't just a byproduct of college preparation for private school or suburban public schools. Students at high poverty high schools are also trying to succeed while facing additional stressors like homelessness, food scarcity, and sometimes even family trauma. I remember the stress of being in college and
oh yeah, all the test preparation for the test and sitting in those big rooms with all those other people, you know, and you're timed. You got a time limit, so you got to get that done.
Absolutely, and it was hard to always find that one-on-one time with your professor if you needed some extra help, just because, like you said, the classes were so large. So
which is nice.
I remember those days.
Yeah, smaller schools, you know, you can have more time with your one-on-one with the professor. But those bigger schools, it was tough.
Absolutely, yeah. Certainly that story does not surprise me at all.
No. It doesn't. Hey, the time is 5:48 a.m. UPMC Park is going to get a little crazy tonight, and it's not just because of a doubleheader between the Seawolves and the Fisher Cats.
And he's a super guy, but he's bored. Coming up on Good Morning Erie, Samuel L. Jackson voices Frozone in The Incredibles 2 and played Nick Fury in The Avengers, but this superstar isn't happy with the normal tradition. We'll explain as coverage continues for Erie, Warren, Titusville, and the entire region.
How can we say when you book direct at choicehotels.com, you always get the lowest price in our rooms, guaranteed?
Let's say it in a really low voice.
Carl?
Lowest price guaranteed.
Just stick with bada book, bada boom.
Book now at choicehotels.com.
The moment you realize you're ready to make dinner, but your oven isn't.
At Lowe's, we have more appliances to choose from, so you'll find the right one at the right price, and we'll deliver it for free.
Shop Lowe's and get an additional $400 off an LG kitchen suite.
Your health reports. Stories to keep you and your family well.
I can do this and it helps me.
Stories to keep you and your family safe.
If you suffer an injury, see a professional.
Your health reports from your news leader. Thursdays and Sundays on Jet 24 Action News. Brought to you by the care communities of Presbyterian Senior Care Network. Aging is a natural part of life. We're making aging easier. Visit us at srcare.org. Watch the Powerball drawing every Wednesday and Saturday night at 11:20 during Action News.
Darlie Routier murdered her own children.
It's the must-see docuseries you shouldn't miss.
The idea that I would murder my children is just ridiculous.
The Last Defense, new Tuesday, 10/9 Central on ABC.
Take command of your lawn care needs with a Kubota Commander Pro Zero-Turn Mower. The Z400 series delivers commercial results with powerful engines, rugged transmissions, and smooth operation. The Commander Pro maintains Kubota's reputation for outstanding quality and durability. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 48 months or $250 in customer instant rebates on a Kubota Commander Pro.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Dan Rupp.
Hey, welcome back, and we have some showers still in the area, but it is starting to end and move out of, say, Crawford County here in Meadville. Look at the camera here, and Erie Auto Credit camera showing still some clouds in the area, maybe even some patchy fog if you're in the higher elevations, but viewer photo here from yesterday's storms. We had some pretty decent storms, especially through Warren, but a shelf cloud was spotted there from dawn. Thanks for that photo right there. A lot of the showers drifting off towards the south and east, no lightning associated with these, so pretty much once you get over here, I mean, it's dry, and it looks like it's going to be mainly dry for the day. 67 in French Creek right now. We have Enbro at 68, Lake City at 69 degrees currently. 70 in West Mead, Ed and Janice there. Conneaut Lake at 71, and Chandler's Valley, Linda reporting 68. Gary Saybrook, same temperature over there. Here's your dew points. It is very muggy still out there, but we're going to improve. These should start to go down with the winds now from the northerly direction. So the front is down here, and your winds are a bit breezy here, but definitely not as bad as yesterday. 24-hour rainfall. Some folks picked up over an inch of rain in Erie County, and also Meadville, 0.77 inches of rain. So certainly a pretty decent rainmaker. You can see these are mostly green, so if you look at our legend, you can see it's kind of hard to tell. Probably should blow that up, but 1 to 2 inches pretty much in those yellow spots you can see over there in Erie and Crawford. So surface map here, this cold front drifting off towards the south, and we have the high pressure that's going to give us some nicer weather. And Futurecast pushing all of these showers off towards the south this morning, and then for the remainder of the day, the clouds will start to break up and we'll start to see more sunshine. Notice the blue arrows here indicating that there's some cooler air moving in, and that should relieve our dew points a little bit, actually keeping us more comfortable for the day. So lake forecast for today, 68 degrees for your water temperature, diminishing clouds, waves about 1 to 3 feet, and the winds out of the northeast 10 to 15 knots. For today, high temperature 75 for the lakeshore, 77 mountains, 78 inland. Morning showers possible, but those are starting to move out, as you saw. Then some sunshine, cooler northeast winds 10 to 15. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Going 75 to 74 on Wednesday with the chance. First day of summer, mostly sunny at 77, warming back up into the 80s on Friday. Looks like some showers and storms likely on Saturday. Rain possible Sunday, Monday. More sunshine at 76. Find that forecast and all of our sky cams, and click on forecast details to find the latest updates on YourErie.com. Helena?
Thank you, Dan. In entertainment news today, a star of Incredibles 2 gets real about the Oscars, and you can now listen to Beyonce and Jay-Z's first joint album, Everything Is Love, Everywhere. When it first dropped out of nowhere over the weekend, it was only on the couple's streaming service called Tidal. But now it's on iTunes, Spotify, and all the major streaming platforms. That means it'll be eligible for next week's Billboard charts. And speaking of the Billboard charts, Dave Matthews Band just set a couple of records with their new album, Come Tomorrow. It just debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart with the biggest physical sales week of the year and the biggest sales week for a rock album in 4 years. It's also the band's 7th consecutive studio album to debut at #1. No other band has ever done that. Samuel L. Jackson's character Frozone gets a little freaked out in Incredibles 2, but Jackson himself has been around for a while and admits he's become jaded to some things, even big Hollywood traditions.
It's only awesome to go to the Academy Awards the first time. You know, after that, it's like, oh man, I gotta be in the car at 1 o'clock, show's not till 5, and get on the red carpet, it takes 3 hours, and you gotta sit there through the whole show. They don't even give gift bags anymore. Why are we going to this? You know, so yeah, it becomes very different.
Will Ferrell is giving streaming and singing a try. The comic actor has signed with Netflix to write and star in a comedy, Eurovision. It's about the long-running international TV music competition that helped launch the careers of ABBA and Celine Dion.
Now, Jet 24's Craig Smiley with sports.
Hey, good morning. Let's talk sports. Seawolves were rained out last night, so they'll play 2 against New Hampshire today. Game 1 begins at 4:35 at UPMC Park, but that's not all. Tigers 2017 first-round draft pick Alex Faedo will make his AA debut in Game 2. The 22-year-old out of the University of Florida, 6'5" righty, ranked 3rd among Detroit's minor league prospects. He and outfielder Daz Cameron have earned promotion promotions from High A Lakeland. The 21-year-old Cameron joined the Tigers organization in the Justin Verlander trade. He's the son of former Major League outfielder Mike Cameron.
I mean, he was just my dad, man. I mean, he's just normal to me. I really wasn't, you know, I mean, I knew he was a big leaguer and an all-star and whatnot, but it was pretty cool to, you know, just be around the clubhouse and enjoy those things, because not too many people get to, you know, do that. So it was great just being around baseball, man. It's at a very young age.
You know, it's nice to see, you know, the Tigers have a lot of trust in me, and you know, so, you know, that's why I trust them back, you know, having that time off, you know, just trust the process. And I mean, it's been fun so far, but that's exactly what you want. You want to be put in these situations with tougher, you know, now in Double A, it's going to be a lot better competition than High A, I figure. So, you know, I can't wait for the challenge, and, you know, can't wait for it tomorrow.
Well, Fha will make his debut in Game 2. It'll be another top prospect. Bo Burrows taking them out for the Wolves in Game 1. Erie will try to match a season-best 5-game winning streak. And if that's not enough, for those of you who enjoy the wild and crazy, today marks the return of Cowboy Monkey Rodeo to UPMC Park for a 3rd year in a row. Tim Leopard and his sheep-herding, dog-riding, capuchin monkeys will patrol the outfield during and after Game 2 of the doubleheader. Also, the first 250 kids ages 12 and under get a free Smith's hot dog, chips, and a drink. Fans can also enjoy $2 drink specials until 8:30 p.m. If that doesn't get you going, don't know what will. I'm out. Have a great Sports Tuesday.
Former Pittsburgh Steeler Hines Ward put smiles on parents' faces as he visited babies at the NICU at St. Vincent Hospital. Hines signed autographs, took pictures, and even held some of the newborn babies. He was in town because he was the speaker at the Erie Times-News Varsity Cup event.
These families are going through so much. You know, it can be a very stressful time. They're here for many weeks sometimes, and so, and obviously Erie being so close to Pittsburgh, there's lots of Pittsburgh Steelers fans here.
St. Vincent was one of the sponsors of the Varsity Cup event. Time now is 5:57, still ahead on Good Morning Erie. More good news from the gas pumps and a look at today's top local stories. Plus, we'll go live to Super Suppers to see what's cooking. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Elena. Well, we've got strawberries galore. This season is right upon us, so I'll be making something with some strawberries today. Don't go away.
Fueled by Quick Fill. Return to the Lake Erie Speedway this Friday and Saturday. Monster trucks crush a school bus for the first time ever. Kick seats are just $10 in advance this Friday and Saturday. Lake Erie.
You've seen the Seifert's furniture truck from Mill Creek and Fairview to Edinburgh and Meadville. That's because your neighbors took the beautiful drive to Seifert's Furniture to save hundreds on quality, customizable furniture for their home. Our prices will surprise you. That similar furniture at other stores doesn't compare in price or quality, and at Seifert's, our prices are the best year-round.
Make the right choice. Seifert's Furniture in Northeast and Conneaut Lake.
Trucks fueled by Quick Fill at the Lake Erie Speedway this Friday and Saturday. Plus, you can upgrade your experience with a pit pass. Meet the drivers, see the monster trucks up close. Monster trucks this Friday and Saturday. Lake Erie Speedway.
Darlie Routier murdered her own children.
It's the must-see docuseries you shouldn't miss.
The idea that I would murder my children is ridiculous.
The Last Defense, new Tuesday, 10/9 Central on ABC.
From Jet 24, your weather authority.